let me go to Dr. Amee Yajnik and ask a very simple question. We are given to understand, there are newspaper reports today as well, that the candidature or the name of Margaret Alva was actually proposed by Sharad Pawar and backed by Sitaram Yechury. The Congress representatives who were present in that meeting simply went along with that name. So, has it come to a situation, Dr. Yajnik, that the Congress party today is not even in a position to propose one of its own for a vice president's election?
I don't think so. That is the situation. When the opposition comes together and gives a name, I think there cannot be one party thinks like that and the other party thinks like that, and to put the blame on the Congress all the time. I think that is not the situation, and so now she's a consensus person and will be having the elections.
I also want to ask you what she has said about Narasimha Rao when she was a cabinet minister in his government, what she has said about Sonia Gandhi not picking her in the UPA, and what she subsequently said in a media interview about the Augusta Westland scam. Does the Congress have anything to say about that?
I saw a little bit of the interview that has been put forth today, which is very old, and I do not know at that time in what context she has said, and she was a sitting a responsible person, so maybe if she had her own grievances, she might have given that interview. But bringing this up at this time, I think doesn't have any, I think has no meaning right now.
An old interview now has no relevance to the vice president's election.
No, first of all, it's not just an interview. She's written a book, and in that book, it continues to exist. So those allegations are serious. One is an allegation of a tank scam where Indira Gandhi played a role, and there's another allegation on Augusta Westland that the family of Christian Michel had deep links with Sonia Gandhi and her family. Now, either these allegations are false, which doesn't reflect well on the vice presidential candidate, or these allegations are true because you've considered somebody making these allegations worthy of being your vice president candidate. So it can't be, I don't know about this, these are old allegations, these are relevant allegations. Secondly, this is not the first time. Look, Digvijay Singh wanted a CBI probe against Yashwant Sinha. Chidambaram played fraud on the budget, said Yashwant Sinha. So either this is an exercise in complete convenience and contradictions, or else it is a secret deal that has been struck between the Congress and Margaret Alva that now you remain quiet about these allegations and we are making the vice president candidate. Third and final point.
In the meeting, in the meeting, Margaret Alva's name was not even proposed by the sitting Congress members in that meeting. It was apparently proposed by Sharad Pawar.
So that's what I'm saying. Then either this entire opposition cohesion. I mean, today there was Matdan, and now there is Pinddan of this opposition cohesion. No, because if they are attacking them in this manner,
which is what I'm asking Dr. Panja again. The Trinamool Congress is the second biggest. As the second biggest opposition party in this country, 48 hours after a candidature has been named and 24 hours after the opposition candidate has been named, is still not willing to take a position.
Zaka, may I also reflect on something which happened today? You know, the BJP is always sounding so very confident about their MLAs, but in Bengal we saw a very peculiar picture. You know, they were all kind of, you know, that resort politics again. So they were all bunched up together and kept. You know, they don't trust their own MLAs. What are you talking about, Mr. Poonawala? You don't trust your own MLAs. That picture in Bengal, all of them were flocked together in a hotel. Then all of them were brought out together. So, you know, it's we saw a very strange picture that you don't trust your own MLAs, leave alone then going over and
Dr.
purchasing
Panja,
all these
I'll ask Shehzad to respond to that. No, I still come back to the point.
You can bring
fair
up,
enough. No, there have been resort politics from the opposition side also.
Discussion on old videos.
Dr. Panja, let's talk about here and now. Let's talk about here and now.
Oh, then why did you really bring up all those old
because is it not a relevant question to ask? This is what Margaret Alva has said in her memoir. What does the Congress party have to say about it? It's an absolutely valid question to ask. Of course it's relevant. I'm not saying it's not relevant. I did not say it's not relevant. All I'm asking you is, isn't it more relevant, Dr. Panja, to know why your party, the second biggest opposition party, has still not taken a position on this candidature?
No, Zakaji, I have given categorically a statement on this. So this is where we stand today, and we've given a statement. it also becomes very relevant that our presidential candidate Yashwant Sinha says that once upon a time even I belonged to BJP. This BJP cannot be recognized from that party which I belong to.
Shehzad,
So then again
respond.
the past
Okay,
continues to
let Shehzad
let
Poonawala
me,
respond. Yeah.
Zaka, let me draw a picture of what happened in these presidential elections. We are the principal competitors against BJD in Odisha. BJD has supported. We are the principal competitors against JMM in Jharkhand. JMM supported. We are the principal competitors against Uddhav Sena in Maharashtra. Uddhav Sena has supported. In fact, an NCP MLA of Gujarat, from where Amee comes from, has also voted for Draupadi Murmuji, because this is the power of that candidacy. It's a historic moment in time. But I want to ask Dr. Panja. Dr. Panja, please tell me, did Yashwant Sinha, was he invited by your party and by your leadership to West Bengal? He went to various states. His own state did not vote for him. It's another issue.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that you did mention about this. Mr. Yashwant Sinha ji was interested to campaign here, but here we told him that you can devote your time for the rest of the other states, because Trinamool Congress, lock, stock and barrel, is voting for him. And you can see that,
was he interested in
the
campaigning
results.
in, not in West Bengal?
Absolutely.
Which
He
sent
doesn't
so many
have to.
MPs
He
and has so
belonged
many
to,
MLAs?
No, Yashwant Sinha ji belonged to Trinamool Congress. He was also the vice president. So that confidence is there.
I
Here,
heard
lock,
that
stock
because
and
you
barrel.
did not want to
No.
lose seats in
No,
Jharkhand
don't
and other
worry.
areas, you didn't invite him.
No,
but
don't worry.
anyway,
Some of your BJP MLAs,
that's
there
a
is
separate,
cross-voting
that's a
from
separate
BJP.
matter. No. I keep coming back to this. Again, what is the TMC's position, ma'am, about some of the things that Margaret Alva has said in her memoir about the workings of governments that she was part of, and also of workings of governments that she was not part of?
No. Why should we respond about this? Strange. I mean, you are trying to bring the flash. The Congress has responded absolutely correctly. I mean, they are doing it not only on this show, even on the other shows. As you said, Zaka, let's talk about now. Why not talk about now? If she has agreed, then what is your problem?
Would
Or
your
what is the problem of
party
the BJP?
be open to
Why do you have to
consideration? No.
speculate
Would
so
your
much?
party? Hear my question out,
Why,
please.
why is
Would,
BJP
would
speculating so much?
Would your party be open to consideration of the candidature of someone who was up until today the governor of Bengal?
We are going to discuss the matter, and you will come to know only after 21st of July. Be patient.
Have there been any discussions in your party, either at the level of your Supremo or otherwise, in the last few days, talking specifically about the candidature of the Bengal governor or the former Bengal governor?
You know, that is, it's not required. You want the final answer, which you will get after 21st of July.
No, I'm just asking, are you aware of any such meetings that have happened? Because there have been media reports about some such meetings.
Media can continue to speculate. That doesn't mean I need to respond to it.
Okay.
I'll just make a point, because Madam has constantly said that we will decide on 21st about the candidacy of the Vice President. Is that not a hint that TMC, which is such a large opposition party, has not been consulted in this candidacy?
Were you consulted, ma'am? I suspect you weren't, because as far as I know,
I'll tell you,
in yesterday's
Zaka,
meeting of the 17th